Oh,
It's only
good
4 minutes.
afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's live Q&A session, sponsored by 38 Digital Market. The link is below, Mr. Randy Rodey, and the logo is above, so check it out. And also check out chrispalmer.org if you're looking for anything. Anything is on there. Anything. Not just
SEO.
shit. There's
It's
tobacco on there. There's fucking gold. Dude.
I thought about that.
It would not fucking surprise me.
I have other sites where we do buy VHS tapes, we buy gold, comics, any type of advertising, but I will not be sharing them live on YouTube.
No. You mentioned the VHS one.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a fucking sick niche. Like, I never even thought of that before, but yeah, that is, I would imagine, fairly decent.
And I already have the account with CGC. So I'm already sending in books to get graded. So it's like nothing. I send in games to get graded. You get something graded, it triples the value depending on the grade. So now it's registered, it's verified, it's vetted. This is the grade, this is the quality, and then they have a set price. So it's just a monthly thing. Get intake, grade, sell. It's just like a little machine. I mean, it's not, it's not a $500,000 a year business, but 120.
Dude, 120 a year.
It's a business. Yeah, it's a real business.
Dude, that pays for, I don't know, little Chrissy's Christmas, holidays, fucking. I mean, I don't look at things like, you don't have to hit 500k a year.
No.
To have a business. Little things like that do 100, 120 are fucking sweet, man.
Sure. Low overhead.
Yeah, low overhead. Like, what the fuck can be the overhead on something like that?
It's built into the cost. When I get the stuff graded, I get it all back. To me, it's just like, I call it throwing it into the air. So I make the investment in the item, make the investment in the grading, get the item, sit on it until it sells. And the longer it sits, the higher it's worth. It's a win-win. Yeah. Or if they don't want it, buy it. I'll just keep it. I like collectibles. It's one of my favorite things.
Chris, the fucking hoarder.
I am.
I love it. But before we talk anymore, guys, let us know who's there, where you're from, any questions you've got, put them in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to be talking about VHSs and other weird ass shit. So take your choice. The people are bouncing in, but I know we've been off for a week, so yeah, you know how it is. It always starts slow, but who is there? We've not even got a fucking hello yet.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think this is fucking broken. StreamYard, I'm like, we always at least get a hello. But yeah, back to the VHS stuff and all that kind of stuff. Was that a hobby, or did you just stumble across that? How the fuck did you find it?
Well, you probably know, not a lot of people, but I was an auctioneer, and my girlfriend was an auctioneer, and I had multiple auction houses. I was doing clean outs. I was doing auctions. It's my thing, right? But just one of the items was always VHSs. People are always throwing them away. Just one day when we found a very large collection, we realized that, hey, these graded, like a sealed Rocky is $1,000. So, and then, if I get a sealed Rocky that's, graded, that's $2,300.
Really?
Different variants. Yeah, that's a hypothetical, but yeah, sealed Rocky original first run, I could get $1,000. If it's like an 8.89, like a pristine sealed VHS of Rocky is very highly sought after. Yes. Think of how many are left. People are throwing these away. You can't give a VHS away. So, and then they're sealed. Very hard to come by.
You know what? I'm going to have to look, right? I don't know where the fuck they would be, but I used to love buying videos. I must have a fuck ton of these kicking around.
Any kind of scary movies.
But they're not sealed, though. They're not fucking sealed. So what does that mean?
pennies. They made so many of these. They made as many as they thought they could sell. It's got to be sealed. Because think about it. How many people bought it to watch and then just forgot about it and it's still sealed?
Yeah, but who the fuck does that, dude? That's a fucking weirdo that fucking doesn't open it up.
And that's why it's worth a G. That's what you're looking for. It's got to be not only the right movie, but sealed. I know, hard, but they come through. That's why it's only worth $100 a year. You know.
So we can't fake that and put a seal on it.
You might be able to get 1 or 2 off. But like I have quite a few accounts now, like with Heritage. We have a couple accounts with some of these bigger houses, and also on eBay. I have multiple accounts where we're power sellers. I might be able to get a couple off, but I can't risk that, you know. Like it's only 100, but I need that. I need that 100. You know. So I don't gamble. I could, but why?
Fuck that.
Yeah.
But Nerdy,
you got it.
Used to sell Disney classics.
Black Label.
Yeah.
You could get some money there. There's some coinage there. My favorite personally though is like, because think about it, like if it fits in a box this big and it has high value, that's what I'm after personally as life has progressed. Coins, you know, that kind of stuff. I love advertising, a little old advertising, high dollar. You know, yeah. I also like mechanical banks, dude. I really bang them for that. Like those old mechanical banks, $2,000, $1,000 a piece, easy, depending on what it is. I could go on for days. Whole nother YouTube channel, maybe one day.
Yeah. But we do have an SEO question, and something that I have been asked multiple times since it was released yesterday. What's your thoughts on Google's latest hit against people using repurposed expired domains to boost a website? Do you think this applies to domains that are relevant and have been resurrected? So how the hell do you think Google are going to be able to roll this out? You know,
I know, but the D that is that new, right? You know, the value of taking an expired dropped domain and resetting up the structure, you're already at a massive loss. I've bought hundreds of these in the last years. Like there's already a devaluing effect. You already lose a boatload of links. They're not as powerful as they once were when we first started doing this. Like you have to pay the premium. You have to get something that's not dropped, something that was on auction. You're going to pay a cost. Like so they're already, yeah.
The aged. So when I used to, help promote ODYS, this is what their business model was on. And their emphasis was always on the non-dropped or aged domain having a lot more value. But like you say, I think, is this new? Have we seen people struggle to get anything out of an expired domain? We've spoken about it a million times. How you repurpose it and all that stuff. Could Google devalue everything after that domain drops or is renewed? Of course they fucking can. It would be quite easy to do. But would they? That is the next thing, Chris. Would they? How easy is that to implement is a different thing. Could it be scaremongering? Oh, expired domains are no longer, we're going to fucking come out and attack them. Are they actually going to do it, or is this part of the narrative to scare you off? I would probably hazard a guess that, like you say, Chris, is this even fucking new? And are Google trying to stop people from firing up an expired domain and fucking out a boatload of fucking AI content? That is what's happening. And obviously we've seen the other update, and you can look at Signals Lab and all that kind of stuff. People are crying their eyes out where shit has just been de-indexed for fun in the last few days. De-indexed for fucking fun. So Are they trying to slap all of that kind of crap around? Yes, but I don't think.
Well,
I
and
don't
is this, and to this, usually when they do stuff, is this from a figurehead or was this in their blog? Is this a hard post? Like, is this an update? Did Google announce it or did they say, hey, Mueller and other pink-haired dude, go and talk about this. Let's stir the pot. Because they're going to get a certain percentage of SEO guys and guys that are doing web stuff that are just going to take that as word as bond and go on with their lives and be like, oh, I ain't using those no more. They're not valued. Then you got the other guys that are like, oh, they said don't do this. I'm definitely doing this.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing. I think it was Nerdy. We were having a conversation in my mastermind today. And Nerdy's like, when they tell me not to do shit,
I'm going.
that's double down.
Yeah, let's double down, baby. That means it's working.
So
true. Like if I hear John say don't do this, I'm like, oh baby, I'm doing it. Like don't stuff keywords into the page. Oh, definitely I'm doing that. I have to.
Do you fear that people think that of John? And now John might be throwing you an old red herring going, hey, don't do this, guys, and then you all fucking double down and it fucks you up good and proper. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but we usually, hey, I've lost lots of sites in my life. I've been smarter as years have passed to have assets that we torture to make sure. Plus, there's guys out there that have lots of setup where they're, I forget what he says exactly. It's like a base site where, you know, we can watch changes actively and then they're implementing stuff. So it's not only my own test, but I'm able to watch others that are doing the same thing. And like, I feel very confident with the stuff that we're doing. And if they say something and I make a change and I see, okay, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Okay, let's take it to a client. I feel pretty safe nowadays to a degree. But then tomorrow Google's like, oh, we're going to do this. I'm like, oh gosh. Right? Dude, they've been crazy with these changes lately. I know you know.
Certainly in the last few years, they've been super aggressive. The last probably 2 or whatever it might be.
It's not the tried and true. Like if you're doing tried and true SEO, got a writer, keeping everything clean, doing everything by the book, on good host, right? Building only the best quality stuff, not taking any risk.
Yeah.
It's just they're picking off the risks one by one, you know?
But they kind of have to. There's so many websites being fired up now that what do you expect them to do? They're going to have to get rid of the shit. You know, it's cleanup operations. So,
and they're taking over more of the first page. They made more ads. They're adding new featured snippet type stuff. They're taking the top bar. They're putting the forums in there. They're putting discussions in there. There's like, what, 5 results on some of these SERPs now on the first page. Exactly. Well, technically first page. Now it's a scroll.
It's a bit fucked, but hey, it is what it is.
I still love it, though.
But Harish, 3-way link exchange. Does this strategy work to improve rankings in the SaaS niche? So 3-way link, not a reciprocal link, a 3-way link, Chris. So I link to you. So let's take me, you, and Harish. I link to you. You link to Harish, and Harish links to me. Is that something you would go out your way to do?
Well, hey, if 1, 2, 3, 10 times, that's a nice little 10 links for you. Now, would I base my whole strategy on that? No way. Do I think it could be great to build those 10 links? And it's almost like a little tiered system built in, like, hey, I got some buddies. We all got some sites. Let's all link to each other. Cool. Great. This has been going on for ages. I don't think this is a new strategy. But would I base my whole business off of that? No way. No
way. I think Harish, you know, obviously back, 10, 15 years ago, reciprocal linking. Oh, Chris, you link to me, I link to you. That was the thing. Then they stopped that, or tried to cancel that out, which is when this 3-way link exchange came in. I don't give a fuck. I want someone to link to me, and I don't want to give back. Fuck those other guys. So, that's where if you can pay whatever, bribe, corrupt, schmooze, whatever it is to get somebody to link to you, that would be the best way to do
Way
it.
to go.
And fuck all the other fuckery. There's too much admin and schmoozing to be done. Just say, dude, how much does it cost to fucking link over here? And that's it.
Right.
So that's how I see it, Hamish. Tonya, do links increase its effect over time, assuming there are no new tier 2 links and we don't do anything with the donor? So do links increase their effect over a period of time if you're not doing anything with them? No traffic, no tier 2 shit, no funny business. Are links likely to improve over a period of time? Like linkage, that article being there for 5 years, whatever. Do you think there's an improvement there, Chris?
I think there's a decay. I think they lose value over time. I think fresh is more valuable. Now, if it's on a high valued, high traffic, like you have a page that's consistently getting crawled and consistently getting seen, yes. And it just keeps rising in rank and it's getting more and more traffic, yes, the value of that link will rise over time. Now, I built a link on some inner page on a blog that now gets no traffic. I think there's going to be decay.
Yeah.
Now if I got a homepage link on Forbes, yes, over time, I think it's going to get better because they're going to get more traffic. It's getting crawled more. The link is worth more.
Yeah.
So yeah, over time, there's a decay in most people's cases.
I would agree, Tonya. There's not much else you can say. I've got a politician's domain name that I've done nothing with. It's just sat for a number of years. I haven't really added content to it. I've done no tiered link building. I've done fuck all with it. Are the metrics of that website overall decaying? The answer is yes. The DR's dropping, the traffic's dropping, everything's decaying. So I think the same would go if you have a link in a page that doesn't have any real traffic and you're not doing any kind of tiered link building or push anything towards it. I think it will drop out eventually or fritter away to nothing, essentially. So not nothing, but it fritters away. So hopefully that answers your question, Tonya. Darren Muzzy, get your likes in, people. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Not even just here, over on Chris Palmer's channel. Go over there and give it a little like as well. But stay here for now. Answer your questions, ask your questions, and give us some engagement, guys. Plenty of time left. But Tonya has another question. I bought a 150-page website, all pages ranking for very relevant to my main website keywords. Any advice on how to link them for the best results? I will not redirect the domain. So you've got an asset, it's got 150 pages, and you want to somehow link that up to benefit your main website, Chris. How the hell would you attack that?
I would take the website, put it in the SEMrush. There's two things I'm looking for. Which page has the most value, referring domains, and secondly, which page gets the most traffic. So the page pages that get the most traffic. Pages that get the most traffic on them, I would make it very clear up towards the top above the fold that we can go over here for more information or whatever we're selling or whatever we're doing, get some click through. This will also give a link from that page. High traffic can be a high value page. Secondly, on the page that's getting the most referring domains, I'd point that page to the home page and or a page that I'm trying to promote. That's how I'd extract the most power from that. But two, you got something that's click and you got 150 pages. It's already getting traffic. Sounds like maybe in its space, it's semi-authoritative. Launch some new pages and see if they go. Maybe we might want to not only power up our main asset, but let's invest some time here to grow this. Then we might have more chances. Also, let's prune off the stuff that's dead. If there's no links, no traffic pointing to a page, get rid of it. Kill it. I've always found if it doesn't go and it doesn't stay indexed, no matter how much retweaking, it never reaches the full potential than just creating a new article. But that's up to you, of course.
There's not much I can add to that take. the top performing pages that are getting the most traffic. It's just common sense, really. For us, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I think what you said makes perfect sense, Chris, and can't really argue with that. That's essentially the name of the game. Get on those pages. But Miljan, if you were to start affiliate marketing with SEO today, what would you do? Chris, you can go first.
I think there's two angles. One, get on with a provider, and I would create an asset that's going to target a very specific market, most notably maybe be a high profit margin market, where we could then refer clients and or customers, because that's fast and it's recurring. The second play, if it's in the SEO market, would be tools. I think you're going to find more competition here, but there's a lot more potential overall. Smaller margin, but a lot more potential. There's new tools every day.
Yeah.
So I think the combination of those two, if I could, what are the right tools for a specific market? Let's pitch the tools. And then also on top of that, let's service those people in that market where we can affiliate and or white label service. Those two. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
But Craig might have a better play.
Not really. Like, I think, if I was to start affiliate marketing with SEO today, what would I do? I think my advice to people would always be, along some of the mistakes I've made over the years, avoid seasonality niches. Look for higher ticket items. People say why. I was in the golf niche, and the average sale I was getting was about $20. Now, the commission on 20 bucks is not a lot. So I needed high volume. So it was quite hard to scale. I was promoting the wrong products. It was all cheap ass shit. So look at higher ticket items. But, people can do very, very well with affiliate marketing. We spoke earlier about weird niches, and Chris was talking about his VHS stuff and all that. I would always say you can niche down to get better results. I've had people or friends with websites. One of them in particular had a website where it was hunting scopes for guns. The scopes for those were relatively expensive, and the competition for hunting scopes was low. The same with diesel generators. I had a friend who had a diesel generator website. These diesel generators go for thousands of pounds. And, it's a very niche market. Not everyone's doing it. Of course, everyone's doing fucking affiliate in all sorts of different niches. Try and, if you want access, try and take some of these tips into to play. Avoid seasonal niches, go after higher ticket items, and just don't go in and try and win in an overly competitive niche and expect to win overnight. No one's saying, don't be a travel blogger, but it takes a long time to become a travel blogger and make affiliate on hotels and travel and shit like that, just because the sheer levels of competition. So, if you want to make money and your back's against the wall and you've got to put food on the table for your family within a short period of time, try and utilize some of those tips. So, yeah, not much else I can say on that. But talking about niches, Pool Table Master has a question. Sometimes I look at the map pack and I see that some businesses with 10 reviews are higher up than other businesses with 1,000 reviews, but both show 4 stars. Both sites are well optimized for keyword. Pool Table Master, the amount of reviews isn't the be all and end all of ranking a map pack. I've seen people with no reviews outrank someone, you know, with a lot of reviews. Reviews are a bit of a problem, as Chris will know. They're harder to stick, and all that kind of good stuff. Now, reviews, of course, over the years, people like Chris have been teaching people, you know, to do reviews and maybe have the keyword in the reviews and all these kind of things. No one's taking anything away from that working, but the review count in general is not something I believe that is a big thing. What would you say about that, Chris?
Yeah, the overall count isn't as important as how often and how recent they've been getting reviews. So if the guy with 1,000, they might have reviews that are 2 years old. 1,000's a lot. So this guy here, they only have 10, but it's been in the last 3 weeks. That means there's actively people searching and clicking on him for those primary keywords in that area, and he's getting reviews. Like those are the ingredients for success. Traffic, clicks, people looking for you, clicking on you, and then reviewing you. I mean, those are two of the most impactful things that there are. So that's probably why he's winning. Those are probably new, fresh reviews, and he's getting traffic and clicks. He's probably properly optimized. Bam, he's a winner.
I'll tell you something else on the GMB stuff while we're waiting and more questions coming in, guys. Put your questions in the chat. And hello, my Bulgarian friend there. And hope you're well, buddy. But whilst we're waiting on that, we were in Dubai a couple of weeks ago, and Slory came with me. And in Slory, he was always fucking around with GMBs. So he's like, let's see if we can get Craig I was about to say a Bulgarian GMB, a Dubai GMB. And we were able to get that. Now, here's the funny thing, though, Chris. You know how with GMBs, we're always telling people to drag the pin onto the kind of yellow building, the commercial building and all that stuff?
Yep.
We looked at some of the GMBs in Dubai, and there was literally people dropping pins in the grey area where the fucking dustbin is, and they were fucking sticking. No problem. Dude, trying to get a GMB, boom, no problem at all, in Dubai. So just to obviously follow up on stuff, Pool Table Master, I know you're probably not in Dubai and all that kind of stuff, but it does seem that there's a massive, massive clampdown in terms of how to get GMBs, the review system and everything else, and people at Dubai can literally drop a pin on a dustbin in a grey area. If you know GMBs, you know what I'm talking about, and the fucking thing sticks. Boom. Like that. Fucking 3 minutes, Chris. That was up and running. Scary.
Wonderful.
So
he was happy.
I was happy. Yeah, it's there. And yeah, we were just fucking around with it. But what I would also say is there was probably 1,000 other pins dropped in that same fucking area, in that same building. It was scary. So we'll see what happens. But anyway,
see what happens. Yeah.
Honey has a question. I have an affiliate website in the piano niche. I'm willing to convert my website from English to another European language. Which country in Europe is best for Amazon affiliate, and is it worth it?
That's a great question.
A country specifically, but let me give you an example, honey. There's 65 million people in the UK, and the competition is fucking fierce. There's 85 million in Germany, and the competition is about a 10th. Now, I'm not saying Germany is the only place to go after. However, I think you've got Spain is a big place, Germany's a big place, France is a big place. These are all places you could look at rolling that out country by country. And is it worth it? 100%. There's massive traffic to be had there. why wouldn't you do it? You know, obviously people like me, I have always been limited to the English language. I can not say hello in any other language, but I should have on certain projects rolled out in other countries, and that's something I am doing on other projects that I'm involved in just now, and it's working relatively well. So why not is what I'd say, honey. Chris, what's your view on it?
I don't know. As far as the countries and doing the affiliate, to tell you which way to angle it, I'm not the. I don't think I'm the guy for that. I don't want to say something and it be. I agree with Craig. That's my answer.
We'll go with that. But honey, the competition is less. There is still a lot of people there. It is a bit of work to get it all, you know, changed over into another language. But hey, that's the nature of the beast. So go for it. Miljan, he's in the home improvement niche. Tools, welding machines, power saws. Is that a good niche? I'm going to imagine a welding machine's worth a few quid. Power saws are worth a few quid. Power tools in general are probably worth a few quid. So, yeah, I think, you know, that is a high-ticket item that people need all year round. So, I would imagine it's also relatively competitive. However, is it a good niche? Absolutely. Chris, what do you think?
I would look for a unique intent or a unique angle. Like, we all know that we need let's just say a welding machine for X. Like, what's the most common thing? I don't know anything about welding. Cars, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
How about, let's talk about tools, the power saws. You need power saws. You're probably going to talk about home improvement in homes, but what are some of the weird, intricate things that you're going to use a power saw for that we can create informational content for that are underserved? Because if I try to put up an article about what are the best power saws of 2024, you plus 20 other million people are doing the same thing. But what about the 20 best saws for, I don't know, polishing your light fixtures? Lower volume, but a higher probability to find success. And then how many unique different variants, how many different unique people can I talk to, essentially, is what we're doing. How many different unique intents can I serve about that same power saw and pitch the same exact saw, but different instances? I think that's where you'll find success. And that's, if I was going to invest the time, money, and effort in doing something with this niche, that's what I'd be looking for. What are the products? Get the highest ticket, best products that are renowned across the globe. Like, you know, like Snap-on's the best. There's no question, right? You know, whatever it is, figure out what the best, highest ticket, highest profit, but make sure it's the best. And then start writing your articles out to help service very particular people and pitch your products. That's what I would do. It'd be really good if you bought them too. Now there's so many more things now. Now I bought them. Now I can use them. I'm sure you could come up with something, at least make yourself in a video or something. Now I have a podcast. Now I have a video. Now I have social. Tie all that together with my articles. That's the way to do it. That's what I would do. It sounds like a lot of work, right? But making money's hard. Money's hard, my friend.
But yeah, I think, you know, power saws for maybe cutting down trees and shit like that. How do you cut down a tree, or best tool for cutting down a tree, or whatever the fuck it might be, would make a lot more sense than best power tools of 2024 or whatever it might be. So,
oh yeah, the big volume is in that best power saws of 2024.
Yeah,
it's that like, I don't know. I've seen some guys making some serious coin in the weirdest things. You know, it could be a simple product, like even these lights. You know, like just different ways to use the lights. Because I started looking at some of the reviews because I was buying more lights for myself. And I'm like, damn, these guys are getting 250,000 visitors a month. I start looking at their articles. I'm like, what the? Yeah, dude, they're doing it.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Jesus.
Tonya has a question. How much time or iterations do you spend tuning on page for high competition keywords before deciding it's good enough and moving on to building links and traffic. So there's something wrong with what you said already, Tonya, in my opinion. Would I wait to decide whether I've got the best on page without building links and traffic? How the hell would you ever know whether that on page is the best it can be? So I would still be building links and traffic to a page. Obviously, I'm going to think it's better, but fine tuning and tweaking and all that kind of stuff is an ongoing thing. I wouldn't sit there and say, Tonya, tweak it 5 times. Yes, you're good to go, and now start building links and traffic. I would be doing all of this shit at once and then continuing to make the fine tune, adding to, tweaking, whatever on that on page to get it perfect. So I think you cannot sit there and wait to see if it's good enough before you go on to building links and traffic. I just think you're killing yourself by doing that. But Chris, what's your view on it?
High competition. All right. We always get all the work done as fast as we can. Get it up. What's Google rewarding? Great. Now let's start focusing on the pages that we need to, we call it it's like an update, right? We call it page refreshing. So page refreshes happen every 90 days. When it's high competition, like I have a truck accident lawyer where every 2 weeks, we're reassessing the competition and retuning the page and like fine tuning, gaining 2 positions, maybe a position. Sometimes we don't because this guy jumped in there. So every 2 weeks we're going back in and looking to fine tune, but generally page refreshes every 90 days, depending on the client. And then as far as the work is concerned, considering it's good enough, we always let Google decide, put all the pages up, see what hits. And then we start working from the highest competition and or which one makes the most money for us for page refreshes. So I hope that helps. That's at least our process. But what we do at scale with a lot of clients is good for bulk, like taking care of a lot of people.
Yeah.
You might have more time on your hands. You might be able to focus on these pages until they win. Okay. So I don't know what you take from that, but hopefully it helps you.
Hopefully it does, Tonya. Tonya has another question. Guys, we are slow in the questions. If you're really wigging, if you've always been down to ask a question, we do have 20 odd minutes left. So ping your question back. Could be anything you like. But Tonya, a year ago, I got KGMID for my brand, but the knowledge panel is empty. No logo, no social profiles, no description, just the name. Any tips? So your knowledge panel can populate and it always starts with just your name, nothing else. Now, have you claimed the knowledge panel? Have you then sent in feedback? Have you placed those images of you on the right entities? Have you added schema to say like about on my about me page? So here's the thing, Tonya. Google has to fucking figure out who the fuck is Craig Campbell and where is the home of this motherfucker, if you want to call it that. So that's my about me page, which is wrapped in about me schema. Now on that page, I have got my social media profiles, any press articles that I'm in. So essentially I'm joining the dots for Google to say, here's my social profiles, here's my pictures, here's all of the shit that you need to know about me. And that is where your stuff's going to start popping off. Now, you have to do that. It takes a bit of time. My knowledge panel is not as prominent with images as maybe some other people. So I've started feeding images in to it in recent times. And I'm trying to populate more of that. But you can go in after you've claimed it, put in feedback, send the URLs in, but also, be on the right entities. And when I say entities, you can go to calicube.pro and it will tell you the most popular websites that Google look at in terms of populating the knowledge panel. They will look to Crunchbase. They will look to, LinkedIn. They will look to Amazon, wherever you can get your profile on. So you want to be on these entities, and you want to feed those entities as much information about you as you possibly can as well. So you're going to have to do all of that. But Chris, any other tips on that knowledge
Well,
panel
you hit
shit?
the nail on the head. You were actually being more precise than I would have been. I think the key you started telling the precise, which is awesome. But what I would do is, who else is in your niche? Who's in your category? Go and take a look. Like, let's, for instance, me, Neil Patel. Okay, Neil Patel. Well, where is his profile listed? Oh, he has a Wikidata. Oh, he has a Crunchbase. Oh, he's on Wikipedia as a reference. Oh, he has his LinkedIn post filled out with his education and everything. Put in the other person's name and start looking for asset placements that you know that you can get. Crunchbase, LinkedIn, Wikidata, but start picking it off. And as you start filling out and fooling out that profile, you'll start to see better successes. Also, if you're a business, start with that GBP. Inside that GBP, you can feed a lot of information. So hopefully that helps you.
Cool. Ryan Sheehan. One of my mates is very big on the use of entity SEO. I saw that he used this approach to rank in a very competitive service niche with a low DR site that was 5 years old. What are your thoughts on this approach?
We don't know what we don't know. 5-year-old site means trust, right? So we can look at one individual piece and say, "Oh, is that? Oh, that's tickles me, right?" But there's other plays involved, so there's that. Secondly, as opposed to that, entities and the utilization of specific descriptive words is just good practice and good SEO. So yes, entities play a part, just like nouns and verbs, right? I think writing a quality piece of information that showcases expertise, and then having the trust, age of the site, age of the page, they all play together. So entities are good, and there was more going on than, hey, I created a page that was stuffed with entities. Yep. I always love that. I see that too. Like they'll show, like I've seen, public SEO guys, and they're like, "Oh, look at this. I did this." And then you look and you're like, "Yeah, but you also did this, and this."
I think there are people in the industry who have done that in the past, and they've put up a screenshot, and shit's been photoshopped, or they've excluded massive amounts of information, excluding the amount of links and everything else that they built. So they talk about their amazing fucking use of on page, but forget to tell you the rest of the stuff. So, but anyway, obviously, if your mate's winning, Ryan,
take notes.
doing it that way, fair play. I wouldn't be overly reliant on that type of model, but hey, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
You said it. There's 100 things in the list. Entities and proper optimization is definitely one of them.
Yeah, but it's just not something I would stop at. Is essentially, that's part of the overall mix. But yeah, there's a lot more going on as well. If I'm trying to do something, so yeah, part of it, but there is a lot more. So yeah, that's all I can really say on it. Don't want to dismiss your friend, but could he do better doing other stuff, Ryan? Probably. But Ursol is here. Good to see you, Ursol. Did you guys ever build links using an image theft tool like Pixie?
Did you ever build links using an image theft tool? No, have you?
Image theft.
We're both doing the same thing. Where's Pixie? What? Where? I want to. Where's it at, bro?
So powerful software, Pixie. I'm just having a look just now. Features, monitor, resolve, takedown, integrations. So I haven't built links using an image theft tool. What I have done, Ursul, and I've done this at a number of different conferences over the years, is what I used to do on newspapers. They used to have or it's not they used to, they still have it, copyright unknown. Have I ever reached out to these fuckers and said that that's my image to get a link? The answer is yes. Have I ever threatened them with legal action on a lawyer's website to push that along a little bit? Yes. So I haven't used Pixie to do it maybe a more legit way, because obviously you know Pixie's to find and fight image theft. So I've not done it that way. I have basically went to the press and said, you're using my image where you've clearly stated that the image copyright's unknown. Give me the fucking link and everything's good. So yeah, not quite Pixie, but yes, I have done that in the past. Sadly, or good, I don't know, whatever way you want to look at it. I actually get hell for that, dude. I spoke at a conference once, and I was talking about trying to get these images on high-profile PR websites, and a woman came up to me and she went, "That was really funny," and she says, "But I am so fucking angry right now. I feel like punch in the face." So that was it. And our soul, it wasn't my image, not at all. But the paper didn't know that. So yes, I tried to leverage. I mean, if no one else knows who it is, then I might as well claim it as mine. That's the way I was seeing it. So whether you agree with that approach or not is a different story. But it wasn't my image. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to fucking stir up that pot again.
Come on, Craig.
Dude, no, I've went all white hat.
Me too, for sure.
Miljan, should I focus on all tools or just one tool, the power saw, for example? I understand that part from a different angle to work. I'm already doing that. Thanks a lot for these advices. So would I focus on one power tool, Miljan? That depends. Why would you only focus on one? Would you focus on one thing, Chris?
Well, no. I want to expand my horizons, but I would pick a lane or a set of tools, because tools they're universal, really. And then the play is here. Let's get our set of tools the best. Which ones pay the best? And also the most recognized, like Snap-on or whatnot. And then how many different angles or how many different intents, how many people can I talk to, right? Like how many different avatar types can I talk to? Because everybody has a different use, and that's the play. But no, I would not stick with one. Maybe a brand to help build relevance for myself. But
what I would do, Miljan, if it was me, like Chris has just advised, pick a set of tools or a bunch of tools, whatever way you want to do it. Now, what you might find is that two or three of those tools are the ones that shift like hell. Then you can double down on the ones that are moving. But I think if you try and just focus on one from the outset, there's no guarantees that that's the best one or that one's going to move. So I think, just by normal, a normal approach, I would be wanting to try a bunch of shit. And then, of course, if one or two are the main drivers of traffic and sales, then, of course, you can, double down on that and do what you can with it and become a dominant force for that. like we've said before, there are people out there who literally sell one fucking item and can make a lot of money from it. They are a specialist in, I don't know, power saws or whatever it might be. And there might only be 2 or 3 variations or models of that. And you could literally have a website like that sells a bucket load. If the search is there and the money's there, then why not go down that route? But I think you have to test first and foremost before you limit yourself to a tool. George Galloway's next on Craig's hit list. Yeah, George Galloway dressed as a cat. That was a politician, Chris, in the UK or Scotland, who went into a celebrity TV show dressed up as a cat and was meowing, licking out a saucer. Yeah, what a weird guy.
A weird guy. I've done some weird stuff. Can't say I've done that.
Yeah, that's a low level of weird stuff. If an SEO guy is saying that's fucking weird, you know it's really weird.
You crossed the
line. But no problem, Tonya. But guys, we do have 10 minutes left. Do give us a like. Do give us a subscribe. Do ask us more questions. Do check out 38 Digital Market. The link is below. Do check out chrispalmer.org. But yeah, more importantly, give us some fucking questions.
Yes.
10 minutes, so we can beast through them. But yeah, it's been a slow week. You take a week off and it goes all fucking slow, which is mad. But Chris,
you're on a roll.
Also, I've got a question. Obviously, it's too early to say. Obviously, Google's done an update in the last day or two, which is seeing a lot of pages being de-indexed. In particular, those guys who've rattled out 500,000 pages using AI. You see it in SEO Signals Lab that pages are being de-indexed for fun. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think the whole AI and mass spam approach is something that Google are now fucking seriously smashing hard now?
Well, yeah, but we, like you and I, like we haven't been promoting that at all. Like that's been, like we knew that was going to be a short run. Like, yeah, like maybe get in now, but we knew that the days were numbered. Now, are we still launching out a lot of pages in some projects? Yes, but we are finding less and less success and spending way more time going back. Like, let's say we used to be able to launch 1,000 pages, 80% would get indexed, and then we'd work on the rest. You know, let's say 50% are getting in there, and we're doing more work to keep them in there, building links faster, getting stuff indexed. You know, but I don't think we were ever I saw a lot of guys blow up off that AI. Like that's certainly hurting this month.
I think
that wagon.
Soul that said it a couple of weeks back. I might be wrong, but someone said it that we are not ones for peddling the whole AI thing, and I'm glad. I'm glad I stuck to my guns.
We played around with it though.
Yeah, dude, I've seen websites. I've had it, and websites go up and then boom. So, as much as I would love it to have stuck,
but our market, though, at least me, people that are coming to us, really when they're asking, hey, should I do a bunch of AI? They're really asking me, should I bet my business on AI? And the answer is no.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out. I think also a lot of people have been jumping on the old Parasite SEO bandwagon over recent times as well. I also read yesterday that Google's going to be doing something about that on May the 5th. How they're going to attack that, whether it's site by site or how the fuck they're going to do that. But I think these things are coming to an end, those tricks.
I think they're just going to start slapping sites.
Yeah.
Just magically, algorithmic penalty.
Yeah.
See, because they're sneaky now. They don't do a manual action.
No.
You just tank.
Yeah. Just put whatever filter over your website and you're fucked and you can't wriggle out of it. And obviously, in the past, here's another thing. In the past, you were able to do a 301 redirect and the penalty wouldn't follow you. In recent times, I've seen that penalty following you. It catches you eventually. So if you do a 301 redirect, that filter will fucking come to you within about 2 months. And so I think Google are becoming a little bit more clever.
What if you ran a double 301?
I've not tried the double. I've seen it singularly, because normally what happens if you ran into trouble and done a 301, you would get away with, the penalty wouldn't pass across to the new domain. But I've not tried a double. Maybe a double would shake off the.
Yeah, because I was always under, like, I know the embeds won't pass and generally it won't pass, but you'll get whacked. So in order to alleviate that, somebody ran a double 301. And I haven't seen any issues yet. But like I'm actively, literally testing that.
How long? How long have you done? How long's the double 301 been in place?
5 months.
5 months. Because when we done it with the singular 301, it took probably 2 to 3 months, and we fucking tanked, literally within that period of time, and it fucked again. So if you've got it and it's stuck for 5, long may that continue.
Well, and I didn't, because I had a hard manual action on the website.
Yeah,
I just left it, like, for fun, for testing, right? Like, hey, let's learn. But what I did do is I initiated the double 301. And then I even tested a page to see, hey, will it go? And it went. And I was like, okay, it doesn't pass. Because what I realized with penalties is I think it affects, I'm 99.9% sure it affects keyword categories or keyword sets. So like Houston SEO, Phoenix SEO, blah, 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 SEO, like that set, you're done. Now, if you did digital marketing, you might go. That's at least what I've noticed. So yeah, I put up a page that was in the set on the initial penalty to see if it would go, and it went. And what I mean by go is, hey, did it land in the first top 2 pages? And the answer was yes. So far, double 301, kind of. Until now. Damn it.
Chris, they're just going to be like, any fucking website that's got a double 301, fuck them. Right up.
Pull their pants down.
There's surely no.
Wake up tomorrow and my whole freaking catalog.
There's not many people doing a double 301, is there? That's not a common strategy.
Well, we're not common guys.
Yeah. So it's good. I like it. Like, I like people who try weird and wonderful shit. Other than obviously what I said earlier, licking milk out of saucer dressed as a cat.
Yeah, that's a different odd. Yeah.
Yeah. But
nothing's worse than investing time and, tens of thousands of dollars. Let's just say it was 10 grand in links. You get penalized. You go through the process, get penalized again, and you're just like, you're just sick. You're like, okay, well, what's the next step? Well, this is the next step.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Good.
I have 2 that are doing that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm worried now. I'm gonna go in there and check.
That could be the trick. Now that you say it, I'm pretty sure I've heard someone say that before. I don't know who or where, but I'm pretty sure I heard someone talk about a double redirect. I might be imagining it, but yeah, as I say, that singular one didn't do shit.
Like, I've heard like some weird stuff, like 302 to 301 double, and I'm like, that's just too much for me. But
it's
double permanent redirects. Yes, sir.
But Miljan, hopefully you've enjoyed the answers. Make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already, Miljan. And Dune, ZD Electrical, and Connect SEO is here. And good to see you, Dune. And hope we are both smashing it. Hopefully we are. But we are out of time, guys. We do appreciate all the questions. You need to keep them coming thick and fast for next week, though.
Yes.
But we got there in the end. But before we go, check out Randy's website, 38 Digital Market. The link is below. And Mr. Chris Palmer, well, justchrispalmer.org is where you'll be able to find Chris, as well as on his YouTube channel, giving us all advice and tips every day of the week. So do check that out as well.
Yep.
And we will catch you at the same time next week, everyone.
See you next week.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.